Almost lost
Yeah.
to Army.
Army's a good school, a good team. But anyways, do you know what was actually a good game though? And I'm surprised I'm gonna say this. Fucking Cal, Ole Miss. It was a great game from start to finish. I can't say from start to finish. I came in 6 minutes into the first quarter. So from 9 minutes left in the first quarter to the end of the game, pure fucking entertainment. It was a good game. But Cal comes away with a win, 28-20. And then we're going to get to another just absolute beatdown in a second. But just to double down on this Cal game, the quarterback for Cal, Garbers, Chase Garbers, 23 of 35, 357 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Quite possibly, in college football, the catch of the fucking season on this crazy throw in the end zone. Was like, I don't know how, let me see, 9 yards in the third quarter. They had to replay to make sure he actually caught it. He did a fucking spin and just barely caught it on the sideline. Got like very little of his toe in the end zone.
Just enough.
But just enough to where they could see the blade of grass or whatever move.
Put a dime on it.
Crazy. It was great game. Great game. Ole Miss, for being a shit team, didn't look too bad. Corral, the quarterback, Matt Corral for Ole Miss. 22 of 41. That's not good. 266 yards passing. No touchdowns, no interceptions. 0-0 ratio is good enough for me if you get the win, but they didn't. He's also their leading rusher. 16 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. Fun game to watch. Surprisingly fun game to watch. If you are a Miami of Ohio fan, the next game wasn't fun to watch.
No.
That game was funny because when I was finally able to tune into some games, Tony was so mad because they were down. Ohio State was down 5-0 or something.
Yep.
And then, and I was flipping between that and the Pitt v UCF and like one other game, and I flipped to that, saw 5-0, flipped back to Pitt UCF, and then I think I spent like 10 minutes on that game, and I went back, and it was already like 21 or something to 5 within that 10 minutes, and I was just like, what just happened?
Yeah, so 14 minutes, 36 seconds left in the second quarter. 53-yard pass from Justin Fields for a touchdown. 14 minutes, 4 seconds, so 32 seconds later, Justin Fields with a 7-yard touchdown run. So, in a span of about, let's see, from 5:16, about 6 minutes, they scored 3 touchdowns. Ohio State did.
Sounds like Madden.
Does. And Justin Fields needs to stop fucking running for touchdowns. It's so annoying. Just fucking throw it to Olave and let him... He's on my fantasy team, by the way, Olave. He's a good wide receiver.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I get
keep
it.
throwing to him.
Yeah.
Back to games that weren't shit, though. Auburn, Texas A&M. Not the result I wanted, because I do not like Auburn. But it was a good game, unless you have Bo Nix as your starting quarterback. He went 12 for 20 for exactly 100 yards and a touchdown. Kellen Mond in the loss, 31 of 49, 335 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He was also their leading rusher with 9 carries for 26 yards.
Yay for the passing. Boost for the running.
Yeah.
Team average of 2.7. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the next game. Fucking Pitt, man. Okay, so
This
here...
doesn't happen.
Here's a little fucking rant that I'm going to go on.
Thank you, because it doesn't happen.
Why the fuck do you get away from shit that works? You are leading, and you take 7 straight fucking passes beyond 25 yards. 7 straight passes with a freshman quarterback. And your ass was bailed out twice for pass interference. You're leading.
Yep.
You have a great running back in McCray and a more than serviceable running back in Otis Anderson Jr. Why are you fucking throwing? Deep pass after deep pass after deep pass after deep fucking pass. Run the ball with your fucking bruiser. Chew time up. It's the 4th fucking quarter.
Chaos.
What are you doing?
Chaos.
Like, how does that offensive coordinator or head coach or whoever's fucking calling the plays, if it's Heupel, he needs to get the fuck out. Because their defense is worse than it was, and their offense is worse than it was. I understand you can't replace Mackenzie Milton, but you know what? Daryl Mack sucked. And you got a better replacement. Why is Wimbush not in the game? When your quarterback isn't working on deep throw after deep throw after deep throw after deep fucking throw, why do you continue to just throw the ball over 25 yards? Again, 7 straight plays.
They were actually pretty lucky they could actually slow the pace of that game down, because if they didn't, it would have been probably 62-17 result.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Pitt was running away for it with it for a little bit there. Props to Pitt though; they were playing really well, especially on defense. I think UCF came into that game cocky and thought that they had a cupcake matchup, which you shouldn't do with Pitt, and they should have known better.
But I feel like Pitt didn't do anything special. Like, they just
played good, solid football,
special teams,
and that was enough.
Pump block.
The pump block, yeah, but on defense, like, they didn't do anything special. They crept their linebackers up closer to the line to fill the gaps and stuff the run. Okay, so you're still gonna run them up the middle? Okay, that's your bread and butter. McCray likes to hit people and burst. Fucking, if even twice in that game you decide to run up the middle and then do a counter option where your quarterback and running back both bounce to the outside, one of them's gone. You win.
Yeah, they really did not run enough. UCF, I think, had 85 total rushing yards compared to Pitt's, 196 rushing yards.
Seriously.
It's just... And I saw what you saw, that they just kept doing these deep passes after they had taken the lead again, and looked pretty comfortable. If you're not going to balance your attack, then you're just making the other team's defense's life a lot easier, and that's exactly what happened. Pitt was stuffing the run at first, and then UCF was just doing all passing, and they just did some zone coverages, held the safety back deep, and UCF's receivers could not get free.
It didn't make sense. The play calling, none of it. If you see, like, I'm not even really a coach. I coach kind of offensive and defensive line for the local semi-professional team, the Albany Metro Maulers. Hey, Maulers. But, like, if you see linebackers creeping up into the fucking A gaps, what am I telling my running back not to do?
Bust up the middle.
Run the A gaps. What? Like, and it wasn't just one play. It wasn't just 2 plays. It was like every first and second down. Like, they had a game plan. They executed. And for whatever reason, whoever calls the plays for UCF, which is like, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Clearly not. Okay. Rant is over. Fucking
Doesn't happen.
stupid ass fucking play calling is the reason UCF lost.
Right.
All right.
All cylinders. That doesn't happen.
Need to calm myself. Another game that pissed me off. Washington beat BYU 45-19.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that.
Looks like Washington's going to win the Pac-12.
Yep. Well,
Boo. Boo.
I don't like being wrong, guys.
Pac-12 is just a clusterfuck in itself.
The Pac-12 sucks this year.
Yeah. Everybody just wants to drop like flies.
Yeah.
All right, relax. Oregon lost to number 8 Auburn. All right, relax.
They lost to a guy who just threw for 100 passing yards. They let him.
Man, they're 8th. They're 8th in and actually they might even be higher than that now. They were 8th.
All right, we'll move on. But yeah, Washington beat BYU, big time,
Yeah.
45-19.
Washington's looking a little scary. They're creeping up, but yeah, the 3 teams we thought might had a chance to be undefeated in the Pac-12 obviously are not. But one loss, they can all potentially come back from that. So it's fun to watch Pac-12 football still, but they are not as good as we might have hoped.
And those 3 teams that we were talking about are Utah, Oregon, Washington State, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Oregon had a good game. Beat up on Stanford. That's always fun to watch.
Yeah, but now beating up on Stanford is like beating up on,
USC
your little brother that's like 8 to 10 years younger than you now.
Yeah. I mean, they were getting talked up a little bit more than I liked to hear in the before the season started. But
in all fairness,
well, usually they don't suck. That's the thing.
In all fairness, KJ Costello sucks.
He was getting hyped up for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it was probably just more confidence in Stanford's coaching, which, has been very solid.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. What do you do if you need to establish your passing game? You establish the run game.
Yep.
Bryce Love was a good fucking running back.
Mm-hmm.
He opened up play action, and that made KJ Costello more effective. You have a shit running back, like they do now.
Forget it.
Yeah, you don't have a passing game if you can't run the ball. I mean, Scarlett still, did fine, 97 rushing yards. That's good, but he's not Bryce Love. Like, who's afraid of fucking Cam Scarlett? No one.
Right.
Excuse me. You think it's okay that I call him Cam? His name's Cameron.
Why not? Sure enough.
You think he gives a fuck?
It's like calling Emmanuel Sanders Manny. Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but I don't know if you guys know this about Cam Newton, but he hurt his Lisa Frank.
Huh. I've never heard of that.
His Lisa Frank. Something wrong with his purple and pink binders. And you guys remember Lisa Frank? It was always marketed toward girls. It's very like...
Okay. Is that... He got in trouble for making some comment about it, or...
Oh, no. He hurt his Liz Frank. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Like, he's actually hurt. He's out for weeks.
Yeah, I know. I was starting on one side of the road that week.
It's in the foot. That's about all I know about it.
It just makes me think of Lisa Frank when I hear it. And when I mentioned it to Christine, she said, he hurt his Lisa Frank? I was like, yes. Yes. Yep, so she knew what was up.
Yeah, Fendi's mentioned that brand before. That was the thing to have. I remember the commercials, I think.
Yeah. Like, girls had Lisa Frank, and if you were a cool boy, you had that 5-star expands binder that, like, had that extra zipper that opened that sumbitch way up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Those-
Yeah, you had one in like 6th grade, and I was like, "That's cool. I want one." So I got